Hello, everyone. My name is Troy Young. I am one of the assistant directors of engagement and new student programs here at Arcadia. This is the engagement and new student programs live session. I didn't introduce myself anymore because I think I'll be doing it again later. So I am going to turn it over to the team.
Cool. Well, thanks, Troy. And thanks everyone for attending. Oh my goodness. So as Troy said, we're engagement and new student programs. Before we get into stuff, I'll let everyone introduce themselves. My name is Heather Horowitz. I'm the first picture. I'm the director of this office and this amazing team.
Hi, everybody. I'm Trevor Fike. I'm the other assistant director.
Maybe it's just like, hey, we got a random drop-in time.
I'm Lucia, and I am the fourth picture, and I'm the coordinator of new student programs.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sabrina Glass. I use they, them pronouns. I'm the coordinator of engagement in the Engagement New Student Programs office.
And again, I'm Troy. I'm the other assistant director, and under my supervision is leadership and orientation.
Cool. And that person you saw for a quick second is Michelle Kane, and she is our amazing administrative assistant, and we round out the engagement in the student programs team. So we're going to take some time to explain what our office does, but in summary, we provide engagement and learning opportunities outside the classroom. And we do that through student organizations, leadership initiatives, and all different kinds of programming and campus traditions for both new and current students. So we'll go through all that for you, and then we'll open up for questions. So before we get started, a few tips for how you can be successful, whether you're living on campus or commuting close by or from afar. A few things we want you to keep in mind is try to challenge yourself to, quote, stay on campus. So whether it's physically on campus or if you are at home or off campus, try to take more out of the Arcadia community, more than just classes and whatever that means for you. And find something that interests you and get involved. So you'll learn about a lot of our student organizations and involvement opportunities that are going to be available to you, both physically on campus and digitally. So think about what you're interested in and let us help you connect to any of the campus aspects that'll be available. When we talk about our student organizations and when you learn about them, if we don't have something that you want, talk to us. It's really easy to start a student organization. We love when we can create new organizations that represent student interests, so please don't hesitate to reach out. And of course, if you need help with anything, please ask for it. Maybe it's not with us, maybe it's with one of the orientation leaders or resident assistants or commuter assistants or peer mentors, but someone. We're here to help you get connected and help you succeed. So please don't be afraid to reach out, whatever your question or concern is. One other thing to be successful, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, is reading our weekly This Week in Nightlife email. So once the semester starts, once a week, we'll send a very long email with tons of campus events and tons of engagement opportunities in it. Typically goes out Thursday morning, and it includes everything for the following week. And it's a really great catch-all to see what's going on campus and what we're sponsoring off campus. So it's a really easy way to see what's going on. This is what it looks like. I think it's going to be a little more spruced up next year. Each year we kind of step it up a bit, but yeah.
All right, so next we'll talk about late nights. So what are late nights? Late nights are exactly what they sound like. So it's additional social options that we provide either through student organizations running them or through our office running them to give students an opportunity to engage and connect outside of the classroom. It really builds a sense of community and allows them to really connect to one another and make those opportunities to connect with students that they might not have an opportunity to connect with in their classes or other areas on campus. So it's a really great way to meet people, be social, also have some fun. A good thing that I mentioned a lot about late nights is that they're free. These programs are typically Fridays and Saturday evenings, 8 p.m. between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. And they are 100% free. We want your student to not have any kind of issues, having an opportunity to connect. And so all they have to do is just go to these free events and enjoy themselves and meet new people, and really, ingrain themselves into the campus community. There's a whole bunch of different types of events that happen weekly. It could be, or throughout the annual year. There could be dances, comedians, magicians, music performances, movies, bingo, trips, special events such as karaoke, open mics, a whole bunch of stuff like that, and it's all fun. And it's all free, and a lot of times students have the opportunity to win prizes and bragging rights and that kind of stuff to really have a really good time during the event. So you can see some pictures here of some examples. A couple years back, we had, you can see a juggler there. He really connected with the students. They loved him. The center picture there is bubble soccer. If your student has never played bubble soccer before, it's a lot of fun, great opportunity to really have a good time and exert some energy and blow off some steam while playing some soccer. Or if they just want to, bounce people around, that's fine too. You can see a picture there of a guided painting event that our one or two of our student orgs host every year. It's really great that it gives students an opportunity to be really creative and show off their works of art. Whether they're a wonderful artist or a novice, painter, they have an opportunity to come in there and just have some fun. And again, last year with everything going on, we started a big a push toward virtual programming as well. So, whatever happens come fall, whether your student is on campus or whether your student or whether you are on campus or whether you as a student are virtual, will be being provided opportunities for you to make these to connect and enjoy yourselves with virtual game shows, virtual events that are still in the works right now. To have some fun and win some free prizes, no matter what location you're going to be at. Here's a poster of, I guess this was the beginning of last spring. As you can see, it's just a sample of the type of events that are offered on campus. The left side, you can see there are movies that were offered, as well as a fun event that we do every Thursday called Fun Till One, where it's kind of a grab and go, chance to enjoy yourself, free snack type thing. And then on the right is more specific events that are on campus that are more than just movies, whether it's performers or bingo or any of the other type of events that I mentioned previously. But yeah, keep on the lookout. If you happen to be on campus, be on the lookout for that poster. We try to create them twice a semester to keep them updated. Or you could also check out Nightlife, but I'm sure somebody else will be talking about Nightlife momentarily.
Hi everyone. So next we're going to talk about student organizations. The first student org we're going to highlight is the Student Government Organization. SGO is a group of students who create a space as an executive board for more students to have their voices heard about issues that they are experiencing, or even about types of events or experiences that they would like to have while on campus. And then kind of folding underneath the student government organization are 50 to 60 other student orgs that students can join based on their interests. So we have student orgs ranging from academic focus to social justice focus to art focus, like anything you can think of, chances are we have a student org for it. And as Heather mentioned earlier, if there's a student org or an interest that you have that there isn't a student org made for it, you can advocate to have that student org created through our student organization recognition process. With that process, there are various forms that you fill out that are fairly straightforward, and then you work with someone on our team to make that student org come to fruition. Oftentimes, our students are able to make their student org dreams come true in just one semester, and we help you from the very beginning all the way through the continuation of your org every single year. All of our student orgs have a faculty or staff advisor who helps them run the org and kind of gives them a little bit of oversight. And then they also have a liaison within our office that helps them with the budgetary process, as well as event creation and other issues that they might run into. You can learn about all of our student orgs that we have to offer, as well as other resources on campus at our regular activities fair. This upcoming activities fair will be taking place Thursday, August 27th from 4 to 6 p.m. on the Haber Green. All the student orgs will be spread out, and you'll be able to visit them and talk to them and see what they have to offer you as a student. So some other opportunities that exist on campus that you can take advantage of are listed below. A lot of these spaces, not a lot, some of these spaces have work study opportunities as well as other involvement opportunities. So the Community and Civic Engagement Center, commonly known as the CCEC, does a lot of community work, community engagement, volunteering. If you're interested in stuff like that, reach out to them. The work study office, the one-stop shop, is going to be your place to find out what kind of work study options you have on campus. And they're very good about helping you to find a place that best fits what you want to be able to do and to help you grow as a leader. We have various intramurals on campus, as well as other ways to be more physically engaged on campus. The Office of Institutional Diversity, or the OID, can help you with being involved as a student leader when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. They also host fun events on campus and often partner with other offices as well. As has been mentioned a few times, we'll definitely keep telling you, make sure you read your This Week in Nightlife email every Thursday. The events that are pulled into the This Week in Nightlife email are pulled from Nightlife, which I'll be talking about later. And then lastly, normally we have Fun Till Ones every week on Thursday in the Commons on the first floor, which is where some of our offices are located. Definitely keep an eye on any communication coming from our office about what those are going to look like this year.
I'm going to apologize in advance because they are mowing the lawn right outside of my window. So if you hear that, I apologize. It's distracting to me, but I hope it's not distracting to you. So our office also oversees leadership programming on campus. So we offer a wide variety of things that are either short-term or ongoing for students, for you all to participate in to enhance your leadership skills and continue to grow in areas that you might not have experience in. And this is not only exclusively for students that are already leaders, so say leaders in student organizations, like these are really open to everyone. And again, it helps you develop those critical leadership skills. So our main focus of the program is our leadership workshop series, which is the poster you can see on the right for our past semester. So essentially they're little snippet workshops where you can drop in and learn about that particular topic. These posters and information about the AU Lead workshops are sent out at the beginning of the semester, so you'll know exactly what type of topics are happening for each one. We are still working out the schedule for the upcoming year, but this semester for the fall, they will be taking place bi-weekly. So as you can see in the flyer, there is 12 of them because we did them weekly. We're moving to a bi-weekly schedule, and we are working out whether we will be offering these in person and online or just online. So you definitely will be able to access them whether you are on campus or not, but we may have an additional component if you want to do something in person, but we're just working out those logistics. We also do a student leadership conference that takes place in the spring. So that's when you can come spend about a half day with us and learn about different types of leadership skills. It's almost like a one-stop shop for the workshops. There'll be multiple ones that you can choose from throughout the day. And then we also bring in a special keynote speaker that aligns with the theme of that conference, as well as different groups that can come in. So this past year, we had an alumni panel come in with obviously Arcadia students who have graduated and talked about their leadership skills. And our theme this past year was exploring your story. So learning how to be your authentic self in leadership. And they explained how they did that after they left Arcadia and in the roles they're in now. And then finally, we'll be having a new leadership cohort program. So if you're not familiar with the term cohort, it is a small group of students that you'll work through a certain type of program or initiative together. And we will be having a new leadership cohort program that will be debuting in spring 2021.
All right, I'm back here to talk to you about Nightlife. So Nightlife is a platform that we in the engagement office use to not only help student organizations be more organized, but also to promote the events that are being held by our office, other offices on campus, and the student organizations that exist at Arcadia. When you belong to a student organization, you're given a Nightlife page that we encourage student organizations to really vamp up and make it their own, put all their information on it. You as a student right now, you can access Nightlife, but even prospective students are able to look at our nightlife page and see what student organizations exist. This will be a really good way, even before the activities fair, for you to get an idea of, okay, these are the student orgs that exist. These are the tables that I want to visit. And then you can make your list and be ready if you're super duper organized like I am. Other ways to utilize nightlife have to do with the org recognition process. So creating a new student organization. Once you belong to a student organization, this is how you will figure out your budgetary needs. And lots of other leadership opportunities as well are being created right now. One main reason that you'd be familiar with nightlife right now is because that's how you're doing your summer orientation process. We really encourage keeping updated on nightlife, being involved in it and utilizing it. We have an app that you can download that makes it really easy to access that calendar of events on your phone. And just keep an eye again on that communication coming from us on other ways that you can utilize nightlife as the year progresses.
And finally, make sure you connect with us either in person or online. So if you want to connect with us in person in the fall, we'll be in the University Commons first floor. There's a bunch of our offices that line there, but there's one office that has usually a student worker in there. Again, not sure what it's going to look like just yet for the fall, but you can always stop in and chat with one of us and we can get you connected to whoever or whatever section of our office you are looking to talk with, or even resources that are in our office. We're definitely a wealth of knowledge when it comes to campus, and we can connect you with whoever you may need. You can also reach us by email if coming to see us in person is not your thing, which is studentengagement@arcadia.edu. And then finally, follow us on social media. We do give a lot of giveaways. We talk about all our events. If we have last minute changes or cancellations, stuff like that, that'll always be on our social media. So you can see our tags over there on the right. So Arcadia U is our Snapchat, Twitter, and then Facebook and Instagram are both AU Engage. And we also have a, excuse me, we also have a Instagram for our orientation. So obviously you're in this session because you are going through our orientation process. So make sure to follow us at Arcadia NSO.
Hello, so it's me. So we're just talking about some next steps for New Night. So something that was created to help you all know the things you need to do in order to prepare to come back in the fall. So if you go to your nightlife page, there will be a section called Next Steps for New Nights, where you can look at all the things that you need to do. So how you submit your ID picture, filling out your housing questionnaire, all the things you need to do for your advising and course selection days, things you have to do for health services, all the different things you need to do in order to make sure you're ready to begin classes here in the fall. So make sure you are taking a look at that throughout the weeks coming up to make sure you're doing everything you need to do.
Hey, Troy, I wanted to chime in real fast. Lucia, can you go back to slide number 8, the one that says student organizations?
Yes.
Yes. So we had one slight correction, and it's regarding the activities fair. I just want to make sure you pull that up. All right, cool. So as you can see, we actually updated the activities fair. The correction is actually, the date of it is actually Thursday, September 3rd. Apologize for the mistake there. From 4 to 6 on Haber Green. For those of you who are all on campus, definitely recommend getting out there. Great opportunity to connect with student organizations and student organization leaders. For those who are unable to attend in person, we'll be offering a virtual activities fair, and that can be pretty much done anytime on your own schedule, and that will be offered on Nightlife. So arcadia.edu/nightlife. We're currently in the process of working with our student organizations to update their pages, to give you a better understanding of what the organization's all about, how to connect with them, how to join if you're interested, or just to learn more about them. So just keep an eye out for that if you can't make it in person. Great thing about that is basically the activities fair could be anytime you want it to be, when you're ready. So make sure you check that out. But if you are on campus and you're able to attend, please make sure you're there on Thursday, September 3rd from 4 to 6. Time could be flexible, but I definitely think that is the date and time we are shooting for currently. But if there's any updates, just check us out on Nightlife, and that's the great thing about any changes in time and calendar is those updates will be located there. All right, sorry about that. So now back to if anybody has any questions, feel free to send them our way.
So I put in the chat that if you wanted to ask us a question, you need to go to www.menti.com to submit questions, and you'll have to submit the code 912011, but it is in the chat if you want to just go ahead and look at that. Lutz, you could actually stop sharing the screen, and I do have a couple questions up already. So if you could just, if anyone wants to answer, you can just raise your hand or whatever. So the first question is, how do I add a class? So I thought somebody was about to answer. So there will be a drop in add period. If you go to look at academic calendars for this upcoming year, it'll let you know when the drop in add period is happening. We had a question earlier about when will students find out their classes, so I'll just kind of take that onto this as well. So class schedules will kind of be changing up until the day before classes start. So at a small school like ours, you never know when classes need to be closed or things need to be shuffled. So we always tell students to make sure that you look at your class schedule the day before and the morning of your first class to make sure that you are going to the right location. So you can do add classes and drop classes during a drop add period, and you can learn what that is on your academic calendar. And then the second question is, when are the English placement tests graded? So they are graded as they come in, and then they use that information to place you into your proper English class. So you never get like a grade, you don't find out like, oh, I got this grade on it. They use the information to place you into the right English course. So we don't have any other questions, but I wanted to give folks just a second. Is there any other piece of information that you folks would like to share with anyone?
Make sure you're earning your armor on Nightlife. You have to the end of the month. And if you are wondering when you get your Nightlife check mark, every day we're checking what you're submitting for armor. So just give us a little bit of time in order to review, and then your check mark will appear in your Nightlife portal. So definitely make sure you're doing that. We're giving out some prizes, $500 to the Templeton campus store, and some other larger prizes that we have yet to determine, but yep.
And you can click on this link to go earn your armor for this particular session. So you can go on there and click what live session you attended and fill out the questions to earn your armor. Don't forget to continue to look at the Nightlife page, look at the different on-demand options. So if you have some friends that are coming to Arcadia, you can let them know that after each live session, the office that presented this video will be added to their page so that you can look at their live session as well as the information that's already on there. If you have any questions for us regarding orientation, you can email us at orientation@arcadia.edu. And if you have other questions about our office, you can email us at studentengagement@arcadia.edu. I'm going to check our Mentimeter one more time. Oh, to add, do I just go to class on the first day? Yes. So you'll have your orientation experience from August 26th through the 30th. And then classes begin on the 31st. So you will just go to your first day of class. There is no meet here, then we'll walk together. Once that happens, you are officially a college student and starting your journey on your own. But we'll be there to help as much as we can. Hitting refresh. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, email us at orientation@arcadia.edu or studentengagement@arcadia.edu. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.
Thank
Bye.
you.